Good afternoon and welcome to round one of the playoffs. We are in sunny, not so sunny Portsmouth here. It's quite windy and quite cold and it's due to start raining any minute. We are here at Portsmouth University. The Portsmouth Destroyers welcoming the NTU Renegades to a lovely, lovely turf field as we are getting ready for the coin toss. As Portsmouth has won the coin toss and they will elect to receive the ball, Nottingham Trent Renegades will be kicking off.
You said low. Cool.
Mm-hmm. I've said hello. Funny enough, I've not introduced myself yet. For those of you wondering, it's me, Kwame, back for another game, and I'm joined by the legend himself, Steve.
That's ridiculous. Cool, yeah, we're all set up, all good. The second camera ain't working, so we're stuck with this one.
Right, it is what it is.
But
We'll have to move it out.
So you get extra points for the hat, and you get points deducted for the shoes.
I'm representing Great Britain.
so we're just waiting here for this
the TV flag.
this Premiership quarter-final to kick off. We've had the we've had the coin toss. NTU will be kicking from right to left as we look at the screen here, and Portsmouth, the home team, will be starting the drive. Should all things go well, from left to right. And we've got in number order of the roster, which is fantastic.
Thank goodness, finally.
Yeah. The full roster's here, so we should be good.
Something that we don't get very often, to be honest. Number order rosters, all complete.
Cool. There we go, kick.
So Sam Wincott-Thomas gets a big kick off. And that is fielded and recovered by Ben Feasy, who gets brought down in his own half, around about near midfield. And that brings up 1st and 10 for the Portsmouth Destroyers.
It's around the 30-yard line, so yeah, which is 15 yards off of midfield because we're on a 90-yard field. So good return. Good return, yeah, 90-yard field here.
It always catches me off guard when you have a shorter field because it's like, 40, 50, 40 without, they're all almost bunched together, 10 yards from the 40 and you're back at the 40-yard line.
We've got some comments coming in. Keep your comments coming in, guys. We'll whack them up on screen and we may even talk about them. Got any questions, let us know. Let us know where you're watching from. And here we go, 1st and 10, first play of the game. Number 12 QB for...
George Charles Marshall at quarterback and Nebechi Abana has just gone out in motion. GMC throws one out and that's going to be incomplete, intended for number 87, and that is Harrison Cooper.
So his name's George Charles Marshall. Why do people call him GMC? Because I heard him call him GMC over there as well.
Would it be George Marshall Childs? Because we've got written surname and then forename, and we've got Childs Marshall George. So that could literally be in any order. George, I think they've just
We're going to call him GMC because that's what we've heard.
GMC. Is it George Marshall? It must be George Marshall.
There's halftime Warwick 7, Cardiff 3 in the other playoff game. Or one of the others, there's many going on. And
number 10
run up the middle there. Quite a buoyant sideline here, as you'd expect for a playoff game. But the NTU Renegades sideline making a lot of noise for their defence. Good to see. And that brings up 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8 looks like a 2-yard run by Abana.
There we go.
It's George Marshall Childs.
Cool. So we'll call him GCM. Let's go third down.
I mean, the plural of child is children, so technically it should be George Marshall Children.
Child isn't a word.
Is it possessive? There should be an apostrophe. Anyway, GMC, hands off to Abana. Right up the middle and has no space to go.
This defense, I don't know if it's the line or the backers or just the front seven, very good in that middle. Very good. They're very stingy.
Strong. Very strong.
And looks like we got the first punt of the game. Number 1, back with his back to receive for the Renegades with his Guardian cap on.
Ben Harrison, the starting GB player who also played rugby at San Jose State Uni last year, in case anyone's interested in rugby.
In case anyone's looking, is that the geezer from San Jose State Uni?
Oh, he looks familiar with that pink shirt.
Do you know where I know him from? Yeah. Man in motion there.
Harrison
and he
dropped it.
And he does kick it off. It's very shallow.
Is it going to be fielded or... Ooh.
Bubble!
Oh,
It's dropped! He's got it!
He's dropped it! It's recovered by Portsmouth!
Whoa! And there's a flag right back.
He thought he recovered it. He touched it. It was a live ball. He missed it, completely muffed it. And 2 Portsmouth players came out of nowhere. Better than Brock Purdy. Two guys came out of nowhere. I
Just waiting for the white cap here, Ollie, to
on the roster.
Just waiting for the white cap Ollie to give us the signal. It may be a defensive penalty, but it's in the backfield.
Now,
let's just see.
Pending the referee's decision, this could be a very big play for the Portsmouth Destroyers.
Right, let's see what's going on. It is the offence. Yep, running into the kicker. Penalty is declined, and Portsmouth will take over for their second drive of the game. Or is it a continuation of the drive? I don't know. Who cares? But the ball is on the 10-yard line there, in the red zone, fresh set of downs.
Is it going to be first and goal, or is it going to be first and 10?
It's got to be 10, isn't it?
Just outside.
It looks like it's just shy, doesn't it?
It looks like it's just outside. They might be able to get a first down on the one.
Oh, no, they have dropped the sticks.
No, they've dropped it. It's definitely first and goal. GMC under centre.
It doesn't like what he's seen here. Are they waiting for the ref's whistle?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Right, GMC under centre. There's 2 lead blockers in front of Abana. Listen to me, potentially a run play. As he does hand off to Abana, who goes up the middle and gets completely stuffed, but manages to make a couple of yards, maybe 3 or 4 yards before he gets brought down.
Yeah, there's been a lot of, I mean, we've seen 4 plays from them, right? But 4 offensive plays, and there's been, 3 middle runs in that time? I want to see him.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
I always feel like the first couple of series, you want to be testing everything. Short throw, deep throw, flats.
Get your offense warmed up,
Swing
get your line
pass,
warmed up, get everyone
a guard
in the
pull
game,
in, like try everything out.
And it looks to me, I predict another inside run here. As Abana gets the ball and maybe he bounces up to the outside. This has got a bit of space and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Portsmouth Destroyers. Lift off in Portsmouth.
Just do a replay. You just see in the replay here, doesn't like what he sees, bounces out. He does, number 5 does get hands on him and chases him down, but it's just not enough.
Just as we said earlier, I mean, if they get outside, there might be more space. Running up the gut all the time might not be the way to go forward. But I think that was a designed inside run, but he just didn't like what he saw. Everything crashed inside.
And that's what we've seen so far from this defense. They're very concentrated in the middle, and great play there from the running back to, solo effort from him to bounce outside. Snaps good, kicks up, hits the upright, and it is no good. So the score stays at 6-0. We'll just get that replay in and just check the, see if we can see that hitting the upright here.
That was Benji Smith holding. It was a slow snap, and Charlie Mossop with the kick. I think he just got his foot underneath it and had to.
It just hits the right upright there and pings outside.
Spins it.
So Portsmouth now kick off, and we'll get to see for the first time the Renegades offense. Sorry, let me just get out of that replay. That's how you do a replay, just whack that after the play.
Right, now the same guy, Ben Harrison earlier from the muffed punt, and Selassie Soshu back to return.
Guys watching at home, let us know who your who you're supporting today, who you're reporting. Who are you supporting today? Who do you want to win?
Okay, now this is really confusing me because I'm seeing Let's Go GCM, but is it not GMC?
No, I think it's because it was us
yeah.
messing around. It's GMC. Don't fall for
maybe
it.
it's MCG.
MCG.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, MC Gangster. Right, anyway. Let's see what special teams have got to offer for Portsmouth here. What's that, number 87, the kicker?
87, yeah, the kicker, and the ball seems to have decided it's got other ideas.
And 87 is
Harrison Cooper.
Ah,
yeah,
they got it round the wrong way, they?
Yeah, so theirs is actually the right way and theirs is the wrong way, but there's no commas, so it's confusing because...
Painful. We expect better.
Big kick by Harrison Cooper.
Massive kick! He almost kicked it through the uprights. Maybe he was going for an extra point.
Maybe it was.
A little bit of a fight. Nothing, no. He made him 55, made a meal of that, didn't he, to try and draw the Ollie Bruce.
Ollie Bruce, get yourself in the gym.
Yeah, no. It's not that. It's just play acting, I think, on Ollie's part. So the ball will be marked at the 20, right in front of us, and we'll see what this offense have got to offer. Who's the QB for NTU? It looks like number 13.
I can't quite see. We don't know if. Is it number 13? It is number 13.
Yeah,
that
Josh Duddle Holt.
Josh Holt. Doodle Holt? Duddle Holt? We'll call him Holt.
Yeah, Holt's fine.
With Harrison in the backfield, who takes the ball, makes a man miss, wriggles his way up the inside and makes about 5 yards before he gets brought down.
Yeah. So I'm quite surprised about his starting position there. You know, he looks like he's about 7 yards off the ball. You see him in the backfield. Looks like he was about to take a punt. That's what, 4 or 5 steps before he even got to the line of scrimmage.
He gets the ball and he's way behind. There's an big opportunity for a tackle
but still,
for loss.
You know, get a good gain. He got a good gain. He got 4 yards out of it.
He's definitely a talented player by the looks of it.
Absolutely.
I mean, he made it look so easy. Now, again, Holt under centre with another running back in. Looks like Adeyemi.
Drop the ball.
The ball is
on the deck.
floor.
Are they going to turn it over again? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that Holt got it. Yeah, he did. So if you wait a few seconds.
Okay. All right.
So it jumps back 14 seconds. You can just see there, just scrambling for it. We can't actually see the ball, but we do know that the QB came up with it. There wasn't any protests from the sideline or from the players on the field at the Portsmouth side, and that brings up, there was a bit of a loss on that, obviously, so 3rd down and 7.
7, yeah, maybe loses a couple of yards on that one. Now,
very deep again, lining
similar
up.
formation again, Adeyemi in the backfield. Looks to me, are they going to hand off to him again this time? Yes, Adeyemi makes his way up forwards and gets the first down, makes a man miss, puts on a brilliant move, and the chains are going to move as well.
That burst of speed from him was very impressive.
That was fantastic. The first down so far of the game.
Wow, technically the 3rd. The first earned first down.
Yeah, the first official first down.
Through gameplay.
Yeah.
So, ball is just over the 30-yard line, around the 31. And we've only seen run plays so far from the Renegades. Yeah. But they sit up in a tight bunch formation on this side, in trips, with a single receiver to the right.
Oh, again, hands off to Adeyemi, who gets swallowed in the backfield. Nowhere to go.
Who's that? 90, number 90.
Quite a few people were in there. Timmy Orajupe was in there, number 90. And there were a few other guys, number 98 too. Akram Adam.
What a play. And
he's a huge guy.
He's massive, isn't he?
Huge.
And so that's 2nd down. They took a loss of about 4 yards on that play, so 2nd and 14.
And I can tell you now, if I'm the Renegades offensive coordinator or play caller, I'm running away from that 98. I'm running away from Adam because he's a massive guy.
He's huge.
Before I've even...
Well, it was 90 that made the play, not 98, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, both of them were in there, but 90 was there first.
Yeah.
98 is just so visible because size.
He's massive, isn't he? Yeah.
Now, Holt again throws a toss to someone else this time.
23.
It's David Morris. He gains a couple of yards, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, gets back to the original line of scrimmage and a couple of yards past there. That's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Who was that with the tackle? Was it number 6?
Didn't quite see the tackle. It was
Yeah, he
surrounded
flew
by
in from the
bodies. I
side.
can
Let's
see
see
who
if we
made
can
them.
get it on the replay. Might be a bit late. Yeah, we are. Sorry, yeah, if we wait too long on our replays, we won't catch it because it only jumps back 14 seconds.
Aye. And we're so focused in on the game that sometimes we
Yeah,
forget.
yeah. There's only 2 of us.
There's a lot of
this
adrenaline going on. And Adeyemi's back in the backfield again. And he receives another handoff. That's David Morris, I'm mistaken.
time. Oh, sorry, I planned a bit too quick there, but yeah. They've got a punt on this, haven't they?
They have to punt. I think Morris has been in the whole time, and I've been seeing numbers because I've been calling Adeyemi this whole time. That's number 22, but David Morris is number 27.
Yeah.
He's the running back who I'm pretty sure has been in the whole time, but I can't quite see the second number, so I've almost been guessing.
Wow. Some commentator you are.
Yeah, well, that's on me. My bad.
Right, so we've got
Shall be getting my P45.
3 huge dudes as upbacks here, haven't we? Look at the size of them.
Massive.
That's the largest
I can tell you
set
this,
of
this
upbacks.
punt.
Look
If
at the
this punt
size of
gets
these
blocked,
dudes.
this will be a. Got Charlie Mossop back to return this kick.
Yep. Punter takes it. All the time in the world.
That was
not a great punt.
absolutely
And it's
shanked
bouncing. Portsmouth bounce.
by Sam Winkett Thomas.
It bounces back over the halfway line, so Portsmouth will get the ball. Technically for the 3rd time in the game.
In
In
Nottingham territory.
yeah, Nottingham territory. So it's around, cause just over halfway, probably around the 43-yard line.
Something along those lines. It's crazy because it goes 41, 42, 43, 44, 50.
Yeah. Well, 50-yard line. It goes 45.
Something like
It's
that.
still not a 50-yard line, but it's marked by a 50-yard marker.
Yeah,
Just call it
45 yards.
50%. It's 50% of the field
It's a
marker.
halfway mark. They should have done smaller IFAF yards.
Yeah, I know. Some people never learn.
Just make the place bigger, man. You got all that space behind the goal. GMC throws one again this time, and that's in and out of the fingertips of Harrison Cooper.
Another ball right next to our kit.
I was going to run and get it, but I just can't be.
Nah, they got ball boys for that.
Yeah, they just take a while to get there.
There he is.
Go on, big man, stretch.
So, 2nd and 10. The ball's roughly, it looks like around the 44-yard line. It's closer to the 45-yard line than I thought.
It looks to me that we've seen a lot of Portsmouth offense compared to Nottingham Trent's offense. Now, be interesting to see what they can do,
Whoa,
as
let's get the ball.
GMC has thrown the ball twice and they've both been incomplete. And there's his 3rd attempt to throw the ball. He throws a screen to Abana, who shakes his way past the tackler and finds his way forwards. Gets the 1st down and beats number 15 for the yards.
Referee there just speaking to number 20
Destiny
on NTU
Abiola,
Renegades,
couple of
asking him
words.
which pad he threw away. Just threw a pad away.
With that blue helmet, you can tell he's a Manchester Titans player.
Well, maybe he's borrowing a helmet from his brother.
Or he's borrowed a helmet. I mean, it does say he's a Manchester Titans player, but maybe his brother's also a Manchester Titans player who's borrowed his helmet. GMC again, hand off to Abana. Up the middle.
Oh, what a run.
Makes a man miss. Skips past another tackle and gets brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Back
Big,
to back.
powerful run.
Back to back 25 yards total, maybe 30 yards total running from, is it Habana?
Abana. Nabechi Abana.
Abana, sorry. Great running from him. And the ball is at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10.
Fantastic running. So far, he's been the brightest spark on this field. GMC hands off to him again, the same guy. Makes another man miss and finds his way out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Good job. Good job, Boyline.
It's that
A great pickup there. What's that, 7 yards?
It's that little shimmy that he does. If you can just see it on the replay, as you see it, he gets the ball, makes a man miss this little
There,
move
yeah.
there, and he puts on.
Little hip drop,
He
step.
does that. He does that a couple of times.
I don't know if you heard it, but the referee here did actually accidentally blow the whistle.
Yeah, he did.
I thought it was someone from the sideline,
Thought
but
was
it
as well,
wasn't.
but thankfully, nobody else stopped.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
because
It was like a little beep.
It's like, oh, what have I done here?
Yeah.
Can't be showing my bias. No, GMC does hand off to Abana again.
He's got
Is he going to
space.
make it into the
He's
end zone? Yes, he does. Touchdown again for the Portsmouth Destroyers.
Let's go. Let's go.
This to be a fake looks to be a draw this time. He looks like he was going to throw it and then almost changes his mind and hands off to a Banner who has daylight, so much space, and he's got his second touchdown of the afternoon. We're still in the first quarter and it's currently 12-0.
And you know, momentum has been with Portsmouth, right? And like I don't think this is I think the teams are more even killed than this scoreline shows. But Portsmouth have done so well.
Low snapper got along the floor and Mossop managed to make something out of it this time.
And it's good. Yeah, look, so I think NTU will be feeling a little bit hard done by. But you know, they've taken in 2 touchdowns. They've got to show their grit here, and they've got to score, right?
Yeah.
They've got to put a drive together and get the ball upfield. I don't think the like I said, I don't think the fact that we've seen 2 scores in quick succession from Portsmouth means it's going to be a blowout 60-70-0 game. I just think Portsmouth have done so well to capitalise on the big error. The huge thing was the punt, muff punt.
Ben
which
Harrison,
was then recovered.
still has his Guardian cap on. He still has his. Let's have a look at the Guardian cap.
Do you want to see it?
He's still got the Guardian cap on. Do you think that maybe that had an effect on his peripheral vision? Or
it's fine.
Definitely not at all.
No,
I'm clutching at strings here.
Was he a frog? Is it?
He's rocking. He's got eyes on the side of his head.
They're just popping in. Oh, what's on the top of my head at the moment? Right.
Maybe it weighed him down a tiny bit and obviously affected his jump. So
he's a tall dude, isn't he? Like he had a nice reach on it. It just went over, didn't it?
Looks like it looks like he tried to fake out. He had one eye on the cover guys who were closing him down, and he tried to fake him out, and almost like your mind's in 2 places as Harrison Cooper puts in
another massive kick. It's got to be that there is a wind here today. It blew over our gazebo.
Oh, we forgot to put the wall up.
Yeah, I know we did. Yeah. So we're all good though. Okay. But I believe when the ball, although I think not just on kicks, but when the ball's in the air from left to right, as we're looking at it from this camera angle, it's benefited by the wind.
And maybe that would be why the punt was very good, and it obviously faked out Harrison. But then obviously the punt that Nottingham Trent gave,
bounced even bounced
the
other way, didn't it? Yeah. It doesn't feel that strong, but maybe 15, 20 foot up in the air.
Definitely once it gets to hang time, it will have an effect. Now, Holt throws one out wide to screen, manages to get a completion and stopped after a few yards. That was Selassie Soshu with the reception.
So,
to David Morris.
Do you know what I'm liking to see? What I see from NTU here is what I was expecting to see from Portsmouth's gameplay. They're trying different bits and pieces, just seeing what works. Settling into a game plan. Whereas Portsmouth were just pounding the hammer, like they were just like.
Portsmouth have found something that works, and they're just using it,
and
it's
been,
absolutely abusing it.
Whereas it feels like NTU are sort of testing things out and just finding their feet in the game.
I mean, they had one big run earlier, but this one here, caught by Harrison, the star man. Wriggles his way through and gets brought down. Denzel White with a big tackle to prevent the first down.
I'm just seeing the replay there. Like you see, didn't catch it on and had to jump up straight back down again.
To make something out of it. And textbook tackle here.
That's a sort that sort of play, especially with a lead blocker that close to you. If you catch that on the run, it makes you're not getting tackled there. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a completely different situation.
Oh, I'll do it later.
You can move that. So with 3rd down and 3 on this NTU drive.
Some movement here and the ball is loose.
It looked like the tackle went, or the tight end.
Like, there was definitely a lot of movement. I saw a lot of movement from Portsmouth, and then
just waiting
it would be interesting to see where they call it a false start.
So we had 3 flags thrown. So we're having there's a little bit of a ref flag. We'll just watch the replay here while we're waiting for that.
Either way, it was saved.
Yeah, it did look like it was that right side of the NTU offense that jumped.
They were saved either way because that ball was loose again.
Oh,
offside, no defense.
Fair play. Okay, so picked up a first down.
A lifeline for the Nottingham Trent Renegades.
Yeah.
Because in reality, right now they need to get the chains moving.
They need a nice drive, don't they? Yeah. You don't want them going, 3 and out, 4 and out. They want to get a few first downs on the bounce.
Get some confidence
get some
themselves
points
as well, because obviously that Portsmouth right now are brewing with confidence.
Yeah.
They're so happy.
Well,
they're
that
waiting
NTU
to get that ball
sideline's
back.
just gone silent, isn't it? It was so loud at the beginning. I know they're on offense, but still.
You can see the Portsmouth guys literally licking their lips right now, getting ready. Now, Morris in the backfield. Holt drops back, throws one. Is it tipped? It's in and out of the hands of Robert Murray.
I know I keep saying it, but I do like this play calling I'm seeing from NTU here. You know, the OC he's trying stuff like that. Was a great call. That was a great. Obviously, it wasn't executed. Guy didn't catch it, but he was fairly open, right?
It's interesting because
I think these balls are a little bit high. I think the QB's trying to compensate for the wind, or maybe the ball's getting caught up in the air.
I thought it was tipped,
there.
but looking at it, it looks like it was just caught by the wind.
Yeah.
Just completely changed trajectory as Holt hands off to Morris, who wriggles his way forwards. And does he get close to a first down? Maybe a little bit, but he's still got about 3 or 4 yards to go. Can confirm that was David Morris. He's the one who had the big run earlier in the game to get that first down, and he's quite a shifty lad. You've seen him sort of weave his way in and out.
He runs with low pad level as well. Like he runs lower than he is, right? Like he bends right down into it, and it's that people like that with that low center of gravity and that low running line are tough to see because obviously they got taller guys on the field, but also tough to bring down. So he's very very good running back.
To rep him out now, and then comes another running back, Timmy Ibitoye.
So we've got this bunch trips formation, but on the right side this time.
I'm looking at potentially a throw, yep. Same guy. But it's intercepted.
No, it's not.
Is it
Oh, it
intercepted?
is.
Was it dropped? Did it touch the
No,
ground?
it didn't look like it was. They're going to talk about it. Let's just watch
That
the
was
replay.
very close.
It looked like he got it on his shin. They're calling it incomplete. Let's
ball
just
touch
watch
the
this on the replay.
The referees
We've obviously
don't
got the
have replays.
benefit. So they're down.
I think it touched the ground, maybe just about
Yeah,
touches,
okay.
grazes the
I
floor.
thought he caught it on his shin, but it looked like the nose of it did touch the ground.
It looked like, for me, I thought, did he manage to get his hand under it? Did he manage to clamp it to his leg before it touched the
That's
ground?
right. But Nottingham Trent let off again, and this time they're punting with their three massive, huge upbacks, biggest in the league.
An absolute lifeline that it wasn't intercepted. Sam Winker-Thomas to punt.
Who have we got back to?
And
Charlie Mossop back
to return.
to return.
Now another
Look
high
at that,
one.
right?
It's just going to get caught
yeah,
by
it's
the
getting
wind.
caught in that wind. Everyone's just looking around for it, and the wind's actually changing the direction of the ball. It actually came backwards and was going towards the NTU end zone.
Definitely, it looked like Thomas was actually going
So
towards
quarter
the.
change.
This will be interesting now, quarter change, because if Portsmouth have to punt,
Yeah, I think this is going to be a big factor, and maybe what we're seeing here today is whoever's going with the wind is going to score points. Whoever's against it,
100%.
because
It's
you know
just impossible.
Like we saw on that punt, like that turnover punt was an unbelievable punt. It just kept going, didn't it? You know, and so yeah, I think NTU will be grateful. I think now that they've changed ends, and Portsmouth were. I would say Portsmouth have got the disadvantage going this direction now, so let's see what they can do with it.
I think this is a sort of game where you need two punters. You need a traditional punter and you need a rugby-style punter. Because some of those balls that you need to put out there, they need to be zipped across with not much hang time and they just need to go.
Like side kick through the air. Yeah.
Because kicking it high and giving it a lot of hang time with this kind of wind, it's just going to absolutely shoot yourself in the foot.
Sorry, just wiping the camera, guys.
Get a close up of Steve's fingers.
Is our second camera working? Nah.
Still not working, unfortunately.
Waste of my time, that was.
Well, hopefully the ball doesn't go down that end, and you are right about the wind.
It will.
The teams.
So 1st and 10. Where are we? Ball's just in Portsmouth territory.
Right about the halfway line. GMC hands off to Abana, who has space. He has so much daylight. He is off to the races and out of bounds.
And this is why we had the second camera, because people get in the way. But I will move forward.
Couldn't quite see how far out of bounds he got, but he was quite far.
Yeah, apologies we missed the end of the run, but we will do that because people are ill-disciplined on the sidelines here.
Yeah.
And
Took
we don't
me a while
get
to react
a full
to that,
view.
and we were too late for the replay for
And
that.
our second camera decided it didn't want to work. Everything's going wrong today.
But Abana does get himself down to about the 25-yard line. So a big, big run
Yeah, huge run.
Same again. GMC tosses the ball to Abana out to his right. Finds a crease. Finds another one, and he's out of bounds at the 20-yard line, maybe the 15. Big tackle. Guy comes flying in. I didn't quite see who made the tackle.
So that brings up second down and about 2 on this play. So really good run in here that we're continuing to see in from this Portsmouth side. And they're traditionally, this is a passing team. We did a live stream with them not long ago. That, you know, they're known as a passing team. So to see them really turn on the run game today is really interesting. And it's obviously been very successful for them.
That was Elekwa with a tackle, and GMC hands off again to Abana, who runs up the middle and gets brought down. It's that Manchester Titans player, Destiny Abiola.
There's a flag from the ref on the sideline here. There was a little bit of movement on the line from the NTU Renegades. Let's just see. Yep. They're declining that penalty and sticking with the first down. It makes sense. So it's now 1st and goal. Ball is roughly at the 10-yard line. So just Portsmouth a just great field position. Although, arguably they started just shy inside their own half. But
I mean, there's only so much you can do with these bad punts. But Portsmouth, again, they've not really had to worry about the wind because they've just run the ball 3 times in a row. Now, new running back in there.
There is it looks like there's a holding penalty here. 77 there for Portsmouth, just protesting his innocence, but pretty sure he's going to get called up on the hold.
And unfortunately, no luck for Alex Mungafengi. So new running back comes in and hopes to get some
flag
kind of
waved
success.
off. Is the other flag waved off? No, maybe there's just one signal. No matter how many flags there are, they just wave it off once.
Fair play.
Time on.
These referees, I learn something new every day.
Yeah, I still need to learn the rules of the game. I'll get it one day.
Sometimes I just play.
Yeah, the rules are the ref's job, not mine.
I do whatever I want and
I'm
ask
here
the
to tackle
referee,
people.
was that correct? Was that right?
Yeah.
I did good, ref.
So, 2nd down and goal from the 11.
GMC looks to throw this one, finds a receiver, can't quite see what number he is, but he gets brought down, thrown down. That was Jamie Neller. Got brought down by quite a few Renegades.
Number 51 was the Renegade that brought him down.
And that was Richie Kalu. With an all-important tackle to prevent the touchdown, because he had acres of space.
They actually lost a couple. Why is he? The referee's marking 2 stakes, but there's not 2 stakes. I don't know. I need to understand this better. Maybe it just means over 10 yards. But it's 3rd and 12 or 13, so they did actually take a loss of a couple of yards on that play.
Which means it's 3rd and goal from outside the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Same guys in the backfield again. GMC looking around. Perhaps looks to throw. Does look to throw. Does throw it. And that's intercepted inside the end zone.
Number 15.
Renegades.
Spikes it. He's going to get
big play.
Look, he is excited.
Luca Bindi with the interception
and
the flag.
Flag for the celebration, I think. I don't know. It seemed quite late, that flag.
I think maybe he sort of wanted to let him see it out.
I don't know.
See if he calmed down a bit. And
but he threw it from the middle of the field where some other players were. And there's another flag on the left side here.
It'd be interesting to see what happens.
I wonder if it's, dissent, like players using foul language. But let's see. And it looks like from where the flags are, it looks like it's going to be a penalty against Portsmouth, I would say. But the refs are talking to the Portsmouth coaches. So here we go. Yeah.
What's wrong? We're so caught up. We're trying to get a better look because there's players almost on the field blocking our view.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Renegades, so that will push them back even further. It looks like they've gone back 10 yards, so they'll be 1st and 10 from their from the 10-yard line in their own half.
But
so
on the bright side, they're with the wind. On the bright side, considering from their perspective, they're with the wind this time.
Yeah, this is it. This is the first time we're going to see them
hopefully.
With the wind.
Hopefully they'll have some success. As they've got momentum to build onto that interception.
Number
Forward
4 there.
momentum was stopped from David Morris. He's going to feel hard done by with that because he did manage to break away into a little bit of space.
Yeah, I think that whistle did seem a little bit early, didn't it?
A little bit generous as well. As they didn't seem to have full grip of him. They seemed to sort of like have a half grip on him. So he's definitely going to feel a bit teed off by that one as he makes his way off the field and is replaced by somebody else.
It looks like he made positive yardage though, so it's 2nd and 8. Now
28 in the
I thought that was.
again.
It looked like it was a. It looked like it was a loss of yardage, but no.
Holt on the centre, hands off to Ibitoye, who's in, makes his way up the middle and gets.
I think that's big
Eaten up by the
98 that
first
got
guy.
him.
Eaten up by the first guy there. Ibitoye had absolutely nowhere to go. Just completely swallowed up by Akram Adam, number 98, the huge guy.
You see his massive claw come across his chest, don't you?
Absolutely.
He ain't go nowhere. Just stay away from the tree.
So you get your back inside the end.
So maybe picks up a yard on that play. It seems somehow. 3rd and 7.
Yard. They're going to need to get a first down on this play to keep the momentum going, though. Holt drops back, looking around, throws one into the fingertips. Does he make it? It bounced in and out of the hands.
Yeah, it doesn't quite bring it in.
Didn't quite see who that was. Was that number 14? Again, Selassie Sosu.
And here we go. First punt for NTU Renegades with the wind. So let's see what they can do.
Interesting to see what they can do. Do you think they can get
I
Portsmouth
reckon they
back
can
on
get it through the uprights this end.
And Charlie Mossop back to return. He's only sitting around about the 40-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this might go over his head. I think from what we've seen of this wind.
Yeah. Although Nottingham Trent have no one on the outside. They have no gunners, no spillers on the outside. Everyone's up the middle. And that ball was completely shanked.
No.
Doesn't make it anywhere. Doesn't make it past the 30-yard line, I don't think. And that is
there's a
absolute
flag.
heartbreak.
This might save them. There's a flag. I just don't know why he did that.
He's put his foot right through the side of it.
But he directed it. Like, he turned to fire the ball outside. So maybe they were trying to stay away from the danger return man.
I mean, even still, I think maybe he normally sort of turns and kicks at an angle and just completely shanked it.
So referee here just giving us the penalty signal. Oh, I can't. He didn't see it. I don't know. Oh, sorry guys. Let me just get the camera back on. There we go. I tapped some button on the side. There we go.
Imagine this happening in the NFL.
Go and watch the NFL then. Yeah, if you want high quality broadcast, you're kind of the wrong place.
Deion Sanders with the right role model. Posters of Luca Bindi on his wall growing up. I wonder, maybe that's why Deion Sanders likes to celebrate so much. Drawing all the flags and everything.
So NTU going again for more for protection than they are for coverage on this punt structure, with their 3 enormous dudes.
Begs the question, is that a good idea? You've got those 3 enormous dudes. Have somebody on the outside to run the punt down, because this returner is going to have all of the space in the world.
They're going for it.
He's gone for a fake and he's running up
We
the
love fake
sideline.
punts.
Is he going to make it? Nowhere near.
And the 3 big dudes are unsuccessful in their blocking. Who is it? Number 36, I think, ran through there.
I think they couldn't make it out in time. Who was the one returning with the ball?
Just see it here. It does get. It looks like he's chased down from behind. It was number 7 for Portsmouth with the tackle, and that's
David Dagogo Jack.
amazing stuff from the Go-Go Jack there. And Portsmouth, it was a massive. I don't know that they should have taken that risk, because it's now 1st and 10.
They definitely should, but I think they were
Portsmouth
influenced. I genuinely
in
think
the
they were
red zone.
influenced by that poor punt. They were influenced by that poor punt because,
No,
you know what is crazy
do
is
you
that,
think?
like, Mossop hasn't had to return anything yet.
No.
So they don't know how good he is today.
Yeah.
They might have filmed him before, but you can't say for sure.
Great play there from the defensive line.
Ben March had nowhere to go. He lost his foot in. It was completely brought down.
So 2nd and 13?
Second, yeah, 13, 14
maybe 14, yeah.
Quite a long one, but March is out.
But this
March is off the field, and Abana is back in.
This defense, this NTU defense need a bit of a break, right? They need some breathing space. They're back on the field again, and in a very pressured position. They're in their own red zone, so it's actually it's not looking good for them.
Not great for them. They need some momentum. They need something to go their way, and it's backs against the wall, because this could very quickly become game over as Abana skips his way past D-line and gains about 5 or 6 yards.
This is a really clever play from Portsmouth, because they actually, instead of bunching everything up and bringing all the bodies in, they spread everyone out and give Abana some space. Look, he's actually got daylight in front of him and only a couple of people to block. Completely different run design from them for that, and good to see that they're making adjustments for the run.
It's very smart of them, because they know that he's a good guy with space. He's a good player in space. He has the ability to make a man miss, but he also has the size to be able to at least put the fear into some of the DBs to make them think, oh, I've got to tackle this guy properly, otherwise he's going to truck me.
Yep. So this is 3rd down and 10.
He's a fast guy,
Maybe
but he's not a small guy. He's not a small body.
Little end around there.
Oh! He gets completely destroyed.
It's like a shoulder barge tackle.
Ben Stewart got flattened.
Let's just watch it again. He didn't even wrap his arms. He just sort of like shoulder barged him.
It's like a double.
And like an elbow. You can
like
see
a
him there,
double
middle linebacker here, tracking it really nicely. Man cuts. Look, he's like
just
throws his arm at him.
Just ran into him.
But 4th down, they're going for it. You'd expect them to. 4th and 5. Ball's at around the 11-yard line.
And this will be a big play. This for Nottingham Trent Renegades at this point. You're 13-0 down. What do you do? Stop this play. If you manage to stop it, momentum is back in your hands potentially. Now, if the Destroyers get the 1st down, you can wave your next round hopes almost goodbye.
Oops, sorry about the camera angle. I was just trying to move the camera.
I'm going to have to hold this as well as I can. GMC looks back to throw. Zips one across and finds a man.
Sorry, we can't see it, but it looks like it's
Is that number 5, Jamie Neller?
It's not a touchdown, but it is a 1st down.
It is a 1st down.
Sorry, I'll move the camera a little bit further along, but I might get told off by the refs here.
Even though it's very early, I might still... It's still windy. Everything's falling over. Now,
do you know what? Even if we did have the 2nd camera working, there's 2 blokes stood right in front of it.
Where on earth is it gone? I've lost 2 clips.
Okay, so here we go, 1st down. QB is actually under centre, takes the ball, hands it off in the backfield. Man's caught at the line of scrimmage. He's chugging his legs, but doesn't get anywhere. Loses probably another 2 yards, which they will honour. Well, you lost the things.
Yeah, 1 or 2 of them. Mongafeni gets brought down, doesn't quite gain any yards. Just tipped over here and I've lost him. Oh, I found one.
And that brings up, that should be 3rd down, but it says 2nd on the box. Ah. No, it is 2nd.
Have to find it in a bit. Anyways, hand off. Mungafeni up the middle.
Oh,
does he get in?
Like there, but does he get stopped?
He makes
No,
it
he's in
for the 3rd touchdown of the game. Just seems to me that Portsmouth are just running the ball up Nottingham Trent Renegades' gut, and they have no answer for it so far. Another touchdown up the middle. And this could be quite messy. At this rate, you guys could probably hear my runny nose a little bit more than the Nottingham Trent players, because the morale right now just seems really low as Mossop puts an extra point through the uprights. to make it 20-0. And I'm still looking for that clip.
And there's timeout here called. Looks like it's the 2-minute warning. It is the 2-minute warning, so it's not a timeout.
It's a relatively quick half when most of the plays are
when it's
running the
running,
ball.
man. And it's, you know, we're 12-minute quarters here, aren't we, in uni ball? Look at the dude stood right in front of the camera down the other end.
Oh, what?
It's weird, isn't it? You see a camera there, you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna
Stand right in front of it.
prop up right in front of it.
Have some decorum.
So I'll try and fix it at half time, everyone, so we will have that angle. But I can't stop the dude standing in front of it if he wants to.
I'm gonna have to find this. I'm gonna have to find this
Just
clip
wipe the
somewhere.
camera
Or
then. Sorry, guys.
there's gonna be papers flapping around everywhere.
Is that? That's all gone, I think.
It's gonna be the same kicker and the same two guys returning. So. Apologies if you could hear some erroneous gas. But Harrison Cooper to kick off if this ball will stay on the tee, and we have Harrison and Sosu to return. So this could be a Harrison to Harrison kick.
Oh,
Interesting.
a Brit
Oh.
ball first.
Who's the better Harrison? As Harrison Cooper blasts it forward, and Ben Harrison recovers it, and he runs up the middle. Now he makes his way towards the right, skips past the guy, breaks the tackle. Now he's on his way to the left. He's got daylight. He's going to go all the way around to the left. He's got space. He's into Portsmouth territory, and he's knocked out of bounds at the
What a return.
30-yard
There
line.
are penalties
Penalty
on the
flags
floor
everywhere.
this side. It looks like this may be coming back. It was at the point of him changing direction where the penalties are. So
It's going to be holds. It's going to be holds.
it feels like but it could be blocking the back, or even the old blindside block.
No. While this is happening,
Let's just wait and see. But what a hell of a return! He does get the ball down to
just
the
about missed the replay. Now
28-yard line. But let's just wait and see what Whitecap, Ollie Maskell's got. That's the referee. Has got to say.
and in the midst of all of this, I'm going to go looking for this clip again.
Holding on the return team, and there is a block. Right, so there were two holding penalties and one blindside block penalty, and they've declined one holding penalty and one blindside block penalty, and they have accepted the other holding penalty. So anyway, unfortunately, ball goes back 10 yards from the point of the hold, and that is a hell of a lot of a distance from when that ball ended up on that run.
Hell of a lot of a distance, and
It's roughly around the 20-yard line, isn't it? It looks like where the referee is. It's just, you can just see him there.
And you know, it was a good kick by Harrison and a good return by Harrison, but somebody along the line was holding somebody, and Harrison's not going to be too happy about that.
But Harrison will also be pleased with it.
Oh, of course, because obviously Harrison was the one who kicked the ball.
Yeah.
And he's going to be
Harrison's going to be
tough
happy about
because
it.
his team has got much better field position now.
Yeah, but Harrison's doesn't.
Oh, Harrison's going to be annoyed. Do you think Harrison and Harrison don't like each other now?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a Harrison rivalry, which is natural when you've got the same name.
Yeah. I wonder if any of them have hairy sons.
Oh, shut up. Right. Incomplete pass, for the first down. Back to the game, somehow. We got any more comments? Give us some comments in the chat, guys.
Nothing new.
Tell us, should we do some score predictions? It's currently a shutout in the second quarter. Do the Renegades come back? They've got to score 3 unanswered TDs.
I think they have a potential. I've seen teams do it. I've seen
Yeah, it's a playoff game though, man. That's like, you know, everything on the line.
I've seen teams do it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's happened at half-time. 21-0 down, going to win 28-21.
Are you just making that up?
No, it was actually anyone who's watching from there, shout out to the Hertfordshire Cheaters. It was actually them. It was in the final against, I want to say, Northumberland. I feel like I want to say I might be wrong with the team who it's against, but Hertfordshire came back from 21 points down last year, last summer. Not the summer just gone, but the one before that.
So loss of yards, second. So surely it's third. I can't see the down marker properly, but
It's
it is
third and it's third and long.
12.
It's third and eternity.
Oh,
A lot of movement on the line
guard
there, but
jumped, didn't he?
yeah, flags
It
everywhere,
looked
and
like he
that's
punted it,
intercepted.
and it's intercepted.
Ben Feasy gets brought down. Is it going to be a live play? Is it going to be brought down for a false start? Who knows?
Let's just watch it all again. Look, watch. Guard here. Yeah, a little bit of a movement. That was pre-snap. And then it felt like he punted it because it went so high. Intercepted by number 1. Scrambles a bit. Really nice tackle there from the receiver. I think it's number 2. 6 or 5 from
number
from
5,
NTU.
Kobe Poulton.
But there are flags on the field, and we're just waiting to see what the referee says. Offside yet. Okay. So NTU get off very lightly there.
And
Well, not lightly. They keep the ball. The ball gets moved 5 yards, and they repeat the down. So it's now 3rd and 8.
They've got to be careful there. They've got to be careful that that sideline doesn't start to stink up the place, because we've seen a few opportunities for the Renegades. We've seen a few chances. Now, they're with the wind now, so there's no need to be launching arm punts.
Air it.
Just doing whatever. Yes, it was a free play, but they've really got to get something going here. Otherwise, this could get quite messy, because we've seen how dangerous Portsmouth are. Now, Holt looks to throw one. Almost finds the guy, and it's intercepted by someone else this time.
And he's going to
It's
run
Charlie
it in.
Mossop. And he's on his way to the end zone for a
And it is
touchdown.
a touchdown. Sorry, we didn't get it on camera, guys. It's the sideline is very excited and has blocked the view. But number 4,
It was intended for Kobe Poulton. It bounced off him and another guy. Appears to be possibly, I didn't quite see the
there you
other
go,
number.
Russ
It was
telling you
number
you're
1
correct.
again.
Number 4 was the.
Yes. Coach Russ. Yes. Number 4 was the returner, Charlie Mossop.
So that's back
And
to
I
back.
think Feasy was back in there again. Feasy was back in there to intercept that as well. Actually knocked it out of the reach of Poulsen and into the hands of Charlie
So
Mossop,
Portsmouth
who
now
had
putting
daylight.
points up both sides of the ball here. Had great special teams play as well. Obviously getting that turnover after the opening drive to extend and then get a score. They do fake it. Mossad. I don't know if that was a fake or a messed up.
I feel like he just went for it.
Let's just watch that again. You can see Mossad number 4 here getting ready to kick it. Does the ball get snapped straight to him?
It was a
No,
high
it was-
snap.
it was
a
high,
very,
okay.
very high snap.
So it was a bit of a blown take. That he did what he could.
I'll be honest with you, these snaps from the Portsmouth long snapper have not been great. Long snapper? Short snapper, my bad. They've not
No,
been
that
great
is a
at
long
all.
snapper.
For a field goal. It is, yes,
still
it
a
is.
long snap.
Yeah, it is, it
Yeah.
is, yes. My mistake. I'm thinking of something else.
I don't
know
know.
what
I
I'm
don't
thinking
know what
of.
you're thinking of, but it's not the standard I'd like to have to see at Sport Tank.
Oh,
Come on, mate.
what a shame.
Come on, mate. You know better than this. And just to let everyone know, this is Kwame's last ever involvement with Sport Tank.
I'm receiving my P45
Yeah,
in the post
yeah.
tomorrow. A poor performance.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hang my head in shame and go to the gym.
You have to go and join like onside or someone. Someone that lets the refs be mic'd up.
If anyone goes to the gym, catch me in the booty builder section. Trying it in my
So
side.
for the 10th time, it seems, the ball falls off a tee today. As number 87 for.
Score's wrong because we haven't updated them, that's why. Because there was a pick 6 and we were so caught up in the Portsmouth sideline getting too animated that we forgot to update it. Now, in the midst of all of that, Sam Wincott-Thomas, the punter,
Why did they
picked
say
up a ball.
score's wrong? Did someone say the score's wrong? Kenneth, it's just not been updated yet.
Isn't it,
just-
Kenneth?
It's not that the score's wrong, it's that Kenneth is impatient.
No, it's that Kenneth's Wi-Fi is slow, right? So everyone else saw the correct score,
Kenneth.
but because his ping is at about 600,000,
Yeah, don't-
he didn't get the update
No,
in
mate.
time.
It's all right, Kenneth, we got it.
Need that fibre optic broadband, Kenneth. he got a surname or is his surname colon?
No, everyone's saying he's colon, isn't it? Right, 1st and 10. Ball is in NTU's own territory at the 30-yard line.
Now, halt, hands off.
That's that woman that was shouting last time,
With the headphones.
shouting defence.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
With earmuffs on. Anyway.
It's a bit harsh. Sorry, Kenneth.
Bit hard.
Sorry, mate. Thanks for letting us know about the score.
We appreciate you, Kenneth.
Yeah, keeping us honest.
I still think you need to get better Wi-Fi though. I'm just looking out for you. And that was Ibitoye with the run that went a few yards, by the way. Just in case anyone was wondering. Number 28, he's still in the backfield.
About 6 yards, so 2nd and 4 here.
Good. It was a good run, to be
Yeah,
fair.
it's
Probably, I
decent.
think it's his best run of the afternoon. Because anyway. Do you know one thing that gets me, and I'll bring it up in a bit, but same guy again, and he's run a guy over and he gets the first down. What
Absolutely
a run.
Trucks. Was it number 25?
Ibitoye.
23.
Timmy
Portsmouth.
Ibitoye with a big, big truck, and another guy is slow to get up.
You can just see it here. Sat him down.
I mean, honest, I'm looking at the guy and I'm looking at other guys on the field, and I didn't expect him to be able to do that.
No,
He's
little dude.
not the biggest guy on the field. He looks more of a shifty guy, but
It's that low centre of gravity, so
yeah, sometimes they catch you off guard, you know, especially if you're a player, you can't be underestimating anyone. Now, those chains are moving.
so
And you
that
know one thing that I was
picked
going
up
to say is
first
that
down,
when you hear someone chanting defense, now obviously in the NFL and in college, you just have a whole stadium full of noise. It's just inaudible noise. But when you hear someone chanting defense, then it's like, there's noise and then it goes quiet. And then there's a bit of noise and then it goes really quiet.
Well,
And then-
sometimes they like go, there's the defense.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bit more high energy, isn't it?
Some of them do it really slow. It's like, defense. And that just hurts you. It just hurts.
Right, 1st and
Every
10.
time
The
I try that,
ball
I get
is-
hiccups. I don't know why.
The ball is still just shy of the halfway line here.
Oh, it's going to...
Pitched out to Harrison, and
It's
he
a double
throws it
throw, and
downfield.
it's incomplete.
Oh! And I've got to say, the coverage looked like they were beat on this one deep.
It looked to me, yeah. I mean, Ben Harrison,
just
everybody
watch it
knows he can
again.
run with the ball. Everyone just crashed down, but Selassie Sosu, it was just out of his reach. Called his name a few times.
Downfield.
Yeah. And to be honest, Ben Feasy with good coverage. I mean, he was beaten, but he did slowly start to close that gap. And I think if that ball was thrown accurately, he would have been in a position to at least make a play on that.
Yeah, he was definitely closing him down. So we're going to see another
nothing,
aerial play
28.
here as we got
Do you know the
two
enjoyable
receivers
thing?
either side for the QB and a single running back. And it looks like there's a delay of game.
The enjoyable
Timeout.
thing about watching
Let's
number
just see
28 do well.
We just hear the ref, he should say the time, how much time's left. One something.
I heard 187, and there's not 80
can't be.
seconds in a minute,
It can't
so
be
I
87.
thought it
Sorry,
must be
mate.
107.
Not anymore. Not anymore. They used to have 100 seconds in a minute, then they stopped it. So it's just 60 now.
Fair play. Cut it down because of inflation.
Yeah, it's just it's
The-
silly.
The time was taking too long.
The minute was taking way too long. This is like the IFAF yard.
You know what? This is a bit random and off topic and unique, but how many fields in the country have a brick wall on one side?
Well, the other side of that wall, just to let you know, because I'm a local, a very local. I grew up round here. That's St James's Hospital, which is a mental hospital. And the wall was necessary. It used to be even higher.
You see, now, if I was one of the players, I'd be taunting the other team saying, you guys deserve to go there. And that's another interception. It's going back the other way. It's Diogo Mota.
So 23 gets trucked and then gets an interception. Not a bad way to respond. You see that ball thrown up, and I don't think there wasn't an NTU player near it. It's just overthrown, nicely covered by the defence there, and
Lovely.
Portsmouth now take over. So this is probably their worst starting field position in the game. They've and you know,
Not including the first possession where it was obviously kicked to them and they started in their own like 20. Other than that, they punted and they've been
you're
in the
right.
red
You're
zone
right.
since.
You're right. Yeah.
Diogo Mota with all of the Mota.
But yeah, a lot of
Spanish
St James's Hospital is now like privatised and it's all broken down and it's not a mental. I don't think it's such a serious mental institution as it used to be. But they used to have like escapees with gowns on and stuff. I'm not joking, man.
That's because half of the escapees are here wearing pink.
I grew up around here.
Now, GMC looks to hand off. He drops back to pass and he throws one, and that's caught by a receiver who then falls over.
Yeah,
That
but
was
he
Max Glasser.
stayed in bounds, which is what he didn't want to do. They were trying to stay out of bounds, and he's forced his team to take a timeout. Let's just hear Ollie here on that. So no more timeouts for Portsmouth. They're forced to take one there. They did go for the catch and then run out of bounds to stop the clock, but he didn't get out of bounds in time. Or didn't get out of bounds before he fell over.
Yeah. It's tough, but it's not the NFL. You can't just roll out of bounds. And now you're looking at the Renegades having to stop this and then hoping that they themselves come out the second half and score 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's a tall order, isn't it? 4 unanswered touchdowns, you know, and I don't think they've got that in them.
Not with the way we've seen their defense not being able to stop Habana, the way
it's-
he's running up and down the field just like so.
What I also mean by that is like I don't think
Massive first
that
down.
Portsmouth would let up on 4 unscored, like 4 unanswered TDs. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they will. I don't think
Anyway,
they will.
that brings up the half time. The score is, as you can see on screen, 26-0. Portsmouth doing a fantastic job. They've had the momentum throughout this whole game. It hasn't let up, has it? They've had everything. They've had
an answer for absolutely everything.
Yeah, they've intercepted the ball. They obviously shut them out on offense. Shut the NTU's offense out. NTU have had glimmers. They've got a couple of really good players.
They've had some good opportunities, really good opportunities, but they just seem to be either a bit too hasty or they're just not really accurate enough. There've been opportunities where, the double throw over the top from Ben Harrison, just out of reach of the receiver, and just little opportunities like that.
I also feel like, but we also did notice that Portsmouth's gameplay was being adjusted, and while NTU didn't really settle into anything, they were trying a lot of stuff. Portsmouth figured out what worked and then made adjustments for it. So that when we saw on the run play where they decided to have everyone spread out wide and clear the centre for the running back, like that was such a good adjustment. Obviously led to a touchdown eventually on that drive. Like Portsmouth seemed to just be, from a coaching perspective, seemed to be a little bit more on the ball and in tune with the game so far. So anyway, right, we're going to have a little break. You guys can too if you're not already. We'll let you. We'll be back in around 10 to 15 minutes for the start of the second half. Thanks very much. Say thanks very much.
Oh, thanks very much. What you saying? stuff. It seems to me like.
Well, I just heard the NTU players they think it's going to be an onside.
Interesting.
I don't know. Anyway, welcome back. How you been? Let's so they're just see here that the players they suspect that there's going to be an onside kick. We're just seeing warm the front guys here. We just had the guys right in front of us. Portsmouth, here we go. See jogging out.
Be interesting to see if they actually do go for one.
Be interesting to see if NTU make a comeback.
Interesting. Some teams like to do it.
It's horrible here in Lanzarote. Says P Diddy 42.
Mate, you should be in prison in Lanzarote.
Yeah. Hey, that's probably what it is. It's got like a lookalike in prison for him. That's what they all do, isn't it? Get someone paying their plastic surgery, look like them. You go and do the time.
A lot of baby oil in Lanzarote now, isn't there?
Anyway, third quarter, second half, let's go. Portsmouth currently 26-0 up over Nottingham Trent. Let's see what's going on.
Turn things around now.
It's a nice big kick in.
Another one, Harrison to Harrison, nearly slips. Now Ben Harrison up the middle.
Oh,
Straight up the
what a
middle,
block
he's
that
going to
was!
and he's going to get stopped in a crowd.
And he gets it to about 26-yard line. I'm just going to watch the replay of that, if I can. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, we did get a block. Big old block there. Look, guys, yeah, let us know in the chat. Let's have some score predictions. Well, let's do a little poll. Do you think NTU are going to get any points? I think they will.
I think they'll get some points on the board. I don't know how many points they'll get on the board, but I also think that Portsmouth will get some points on the board this season.
Yeah.
I think they'll score.
This is going to be a shutout, isn't it?
I think both teams will score at least one touchdown and a half. Now,
so 28 on the carry there to the right. Good run. That's a great first down run. He probably picks up 6 or 7 yards. We're just waiting to see where the spot is, but it's like the perfect first down play there. You know, other than getting the first down.
very good run there.
You know, if you can pick up 70 yards on the first down, you take that every single time.
I think minimum 5 most teams will take.
Yeah.
4 yards you're looking at, yeah, I'll take that because, you know.
I would say that's about, it looks like it's probably about 5. Maybe a long 6.
A generous 5 or a long, yeah. Now, it's interesting because it seems to me that Ibitoye has been the most effective of the Nottingham Trent running backs. You know, he wasn't the starter and he gets the ball back again. Makes a man miss.
Big hit.
Squeezes his way. Doesn't get the first down. He's very close to the first down marker. I think he's going to bring up 7 inches maybe.
And it was the man number 4, Charlie Mossop, who's had a hell of a game. And he did come up and said, "Oh, that's a street guy fellas at half-time. Really lovely guy." Did say his mum's watching, so just want to say shout out to Charlie's mum. His son's playing well, if you can't tell, I'm sure you can. And he's having a great game.
To answer Jameson's question, by the way, it is obscene. I might also just be
Okay, I'll put the headphones on and have a listen, guys. If I can improve the audio, I will.
the same guy again.
I know what it is. We've got the atmospheric mic on. There we go. That should be really clear now. Apologies about that. Where I put the second, so we've got the second camera going now. There it is. Where I put that back on, it switched its mic on. Sorry. Thanks for.
So that'd be why.
Thanks for putting the question in the comments.
It'd be incredibly windy down there because there's nothing to stop the wind from going straight into the microphone.
Yeah, they're saying our mics are quiet. Hopefully that should sound okay now, guys. Do let us know in the comments if that's if
not,
that's okay.
Just clean your ears out.
Yeah.
Now, Ibitoye gets flattened.
Big hit.
Someone else has stayed down.
Yeah, we'll just get away from that.
It takes a minute now. It looks to me that Ben Feasy seems to still be down.
Just watching the we're just watching replay here, and yeah, big hit, but you can see he goes down straight away there. We don't want to glamorise anyone's injury, so we do pan away, and we've got
Yeah, at least it went down at this time and not
Yeah.
mid
Yeah,
drive.
it's back on now.
Cool.
The live stream, I'm just checking. Yeah, the live stream's back on. Yeah. Cool, he's back up on his feet.
Ooh. Unsportsmanlike conduct to number 28. Timmy Ibitoye. I wonder what he did. I didn't quite see the end of that play, but he made a big move, you know.
So we're back on. I've just put a comment. I just put a comment up saying about our power bank cut out, but it was quite fortunate because you've missed no action. So game on, 3rd down and 25.
Now, Holt again. Hands off to Morris. Finds a bit of space, finds a little crease, gets his way to the outside and gets forced out of bounds.
Big hit on the sideline.
Way before a first down. He's got a good 20 yards, 30 yards before they get to a first down. But he brings it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Sorry about the camera.
Which was around about the 35-yard line. To answer your question, Molly, mate, I have no idea. My question to you is, where is Tommy?
The commentators.
Where's Tommy?
Yeah, where's Tommy, Molly? No, the commentators from Pride vs Exeter were Pride players, so they're with Pride.
Yeah. Hurt my feelings. Molly, if I'm that bad, just say it. Just say it to my chest.
To my chest.
Say it to my face with your chest.
So brings up 4th down. Obviously, they're going to punt in this punt formation. Very conservative punt formation that they've got in NTU.
Now,
sorry,
big snap, high snap. Took a while to get that off, and that's going to be let go by.
And do you know what? We should actually talk about the rain.
It's
The rain's got a little bit heavier now. The wind probably not so bad, so probably not impacting the flight of the ball as much. Just looking at the tops of the trees across the field from us. But
yeah, they're quite rigid. They're not moving much.
But the ball's going to be slick. It's going to be wet. You know,
Yeah.
it's synthetic ground, so the water sits high on it, meaning it will come into contact with the ball.
I mean, the bright side of that is it won't really mean that there's traction loss like if it was grass. If it was on grass, it'd be an absolute mud bowl.
No. Yeah, but I mean, the transfer to the ball's going to be there, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
So the balls are going to be quite slick, and we should expect some running plays.
Harder to grip the ball, easier to force fumbles.
Yeah.
A little bit harder to catch, but, you know, you're not going to be slipping around everywhere. Which should open up the game a bit more for Nottingham Trent, surprisingly, because Portsmouth do run the ball a lot, so it'd be interesting to see what their ball security is like.
What do you think of this drive then? Is this ending in a score?
I have no idea how they've punted the ball, haven't they? They gave the ball back.
Yeah, just had a punt.
I thought Nottingham Trent, my bad, I'm still a bit...
It was just a Portsmouth run then. What are you watching?
I don't know
looking
why.
at his phone. He's looking at his phone.
I wasn't looking at my phone. My
Yeah,
phone's
he's
just
looking at his
charging and it's
phone.
underneath the towel.
Worst commentator, never coming back to Sport Tank. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. I touched the button on the side. God.
Worst cameraman never coming back to Sport.
Yeah. It's a cameraman's curse. Run in my mouth and then I fuck up. Anyway, they got first down yardage. Ball moves into NTU territory. And just to answer that question, which you avoided, I do believe that this will end in a touchdown for Portsmouth this drive.
I think they'll score. Especially when you have players like Lebechi Abana running into all of that space, just terrorising defences. And he's still in the backfield. Now he makes his way out to the slot. So this will be interesting.
Oh, excuse me.
As Marshall Childs throws it out of bounds. There was nobody there.
Is that going to be a...
He just threw it straight out of bounds. Now, I know for a fact it was a miscommunication, but surely that should be intentional
He
ground.
didn't really look under pressure either, did he? Oh, we had the wrong camera on.
My word.
Sorry, guys. We did have the wrong camera. I don't know why we had the wrong camera.
The camera disconnected and then took us to
Is
the
that what
wrong
it did? This
Yeah.
one disconnected and switched
Yeah,
over.
it switched
Sorry,
over and it
guys.
didn't switch back, that's all it was.
Oh, my God.
Change the oh, yeah, because you guys are later behind us, so now we've updated the camera and all the comments saying change the camera are going to come in.
Yeah. You're about 15 seconds behind us.
You're so late, guys.
Sorry, guys. If you zoom in, you'll be able to see what happened.
Yeah, you're going to have to rewind it and zoom. We described it well enough.
Yeah.
Now,
he faked
Abana
me out
has
there.
space through the last guy and down. At the
Do you know what? It must have
line.
happened when I accidentally turned the camera off.
Must have, yeah.
So at least they didn't lose the shot.
Yeah, they didn't see too much. They didn't miss too much, sorry.
Nah. I don't know what everyone's moaning about. You come and stand out in the cold.
It's freezing, you know. Hands in our
Yeah,
pockets.
look at Kenneth. Kenneth jumps in, twists the knife as soon as possible.
Can't get the staff these
It's
days.
just-
Kenneth can't get the Wi-Fi these days.
I like Kenneth. He brings a good dynamic to this,
Kenneth
to our
is fun,
viewing.
man. Tell us about
experience.
yourself, man. Get yourself onto the rundown. Come
Kenneth's
do-
probably at the
come
game.
do
We
some
get a lot of
games.
people commenting on the thing.
He's
that
probably in the
actually
sideline
watching.
over there.
Yeah. He's going to come and beat us up and shank us.
Now, Marshall Childs, hands off to Abana. Skips his way up the middle and gains about 5 yards and he's down at the 16-yard line.
Kenneth, if you're here, mate, I'm not afraid of you.
Innit?
Do your worst.
Unless you're like 7'9",
Yeah.
built like an absolute tank.
No, I'm still not afraid.
In that case, I hope you're having a lovely day.
And have you lost weight?
Congratulations on anything you want to do. You can do it. You can achieve it. I'm not getting on this bad side.
So 2 receivers this side, 2. Oh!
What was that?
77. I mean, this has got to be one of the most obvious false starts in the history of football.
But look at the way the ref. Oh, you can't see it, but the way the ref threw that flag. It's like
He
winded his hand
underarmed
up.
it. He just couldn't be bothered to throw it. Look, watch. Just ready, set, go! And
God.
he got a second level before that flag came out.
We've seen
That's
some
good hustle.
We've
That's some good
seen
hustle.
some outrageous flags.
But you know, they go easy on Lyman and the false starts. They only get 5 yards for it.
Yeah.
Get to repeat the down.
Could be worse. I mean, Holden's 10 yards. That will
exactly,
kill,
yeah,
that will
yeah,
kill
yeah.
your drive.
Oh yeah, Holden's a killer.
It's the best flag to see when you can't stop the other team. Now, Marshall Childs throws it over the middle and it's incomplete. Intended for Max Glasser. Didn't quite make it. Didn't
Incomplete
quite have
pass.
the reach for it.
Just fantastic camera work here. You'll see.
I think he's
77.
redeemed himself.
Look at this. Look, pan, boom, straight to where it needs to be. Oh my God.
Should've caught
I
that.
don't even care about the play. I care about the quality of the camera work.
He really should have caught that. But we were seeing a lot of that during the warm-ups. You know, balls were aired out and they were in reach of the receiver, but they weren't.
It's like
Really
it feels
leaving
like
the ground to make
on
the
that one.
catch.
It felt like the receiver was looking for it too soon, and he didn't get to the end of the route before was looking for it. So it was overthrown.
I feel like he was anticipating the ball coming down, and that's going to be
There's
a
a
false
flag.
start as the same ball is thrown out, but he's just blocked out of the way.
So we just wait for the referee Ollie Maskell to confirm what's gone on here. It's an offside on the defence.
Oh, it's offside.
5-yard penalty, and it's still third
Right,
down.
went out. Wouldn't have been a false start. It was the same pass that was intended, but it looked to me like he was almost anticipating the ball falling into his hands as opposed to going up to reach it. You know, you see, you talk about wide receivers going up to high point the football all the time, making sure that the defensive back can't get there. But
Yeah.
that ball, if not only was it missed, but could have been picked off before he got to it and could have been picked off close to the ground as well. Now, GMC hands off to Abana again, skips his way forward for a first down and inside the 10-yard line.
And these interior runs are a little bit more successful now for Portsmouth. and maybe it's a sign of a fatigued or a tiring defense, central defense for NTU. But really, I would, going back to the first quarter, I would have expected that to be tackled for maybe a 1 or a 2 yarder, but he went about 6-7 yards, first down and goal at the 9-yard line. So, we're just showing signs of just continued dominance of Portsmouth.
It's really telling because after the first 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, we were saying that Nottingham Trent need to wake up, need to get something going on offense. But right now, it's just been defense the whole time. Their defense is very tired. As the new running back comes in, Ben March is back into the game and gets taken down for a gain of nothing.
76 and 52 in on the tackle there. 76 being Ollie McGraw, 52 Bobby Okafor. Great work by them to bring up. They actually tackled in the line of scrimmage. It looked like it was a tackle for loss. I suppose on a run play, the O-line like to.
Yeah, I mean he did sort of. Forward. It was almost a lot. They made contact with him in the backfield, but he managed to extend a little bit and get the extra yard to make it essentially the same as an incomplete.
I love a vicious fight in running back. I always say it on live streams, like angry runner.
Like what's his name? The Kansas guy. Anyways, this ball has gone all the way around the outside, and this Ben Stewart. Who's the guy that used to be Isaiah Pacheco? That was his name. Runs like he's about to eat the ball.
Yeah, and you can just see here 29 cutting up, and I think it's 20. The linebacker from NTU. We've seen him dish out a few big licks today. Slightly mistimed that one, and the runner was able to spin and get past him.
Abiola, the free safety. Same again now. This one's handed off to Mark. Up the middle. Is he going to extend his way into the end zone? It's another touchdown for the Portsmouth Destroyers.
Play. Let's watch that again.
That's another Russian touchdown. And I think all of them have been Russian apart from the pick
six. The beauty of this was the delay in it. QB has to spin around, hand it off. The blocking just continues and just gives enough. And that man, number 76, was it Ollie McGraw? Yeah, does get the tackle, but not soon enough, and there's another 6 points on the board for the Portsmouth Destroyers.
I think we're very safe in saying that this game is well and truly has been won by Portsmouth. I mean, it will take a monumental collapse.
It will take a forfeit from Portsmouth to lose these.
It's possible. Even the Indianapolis Colts can let this go from here. I mean, it's possible, but I mean,
let's not talk about the NFL. We're here for Britball. I love Britball.
It's not quite the same. Britball is better than the NFL.
It is. It's much more fun to cover.
It's predictable.
Anyway, 33-0. And had Portsmouth got their 2 missed PATs, it would now be 35-0, which is a running clock. So we're just shy of a running clock. And for those of you not familiar with that, it's otherwise known as the mercy rule in British American football.
It's a polarising rule.
It's not polarising. I don't know anyone that likes it. It's crap.
The referees, maybe?
You either think you're even not that fussed about it or you hate it. Maybe that's the polarising. I don't know anyone that defends it. But anyway, when a team is 35 points ahead of another, the clock doesn't stop between downs unless it goes. Unless it's first down. So it's called a running clock. And the game just speeds up and it ends quickly to save the blushes of the losing team.
Put the losing team out their misery and let's get everyone home.
I hate it. I think it's the worst thing in British American football in terms of the rules. And apart from the fact that you can't celebrate a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it stops anyone from being able to come back. Oh, an onside kick. And that's a live ball. It's been recovered.
And the dude... I don't know. Oh, my God. The guy walked right in front of the camera when it
Jerome McPherson with the recovery.
So look, he quickly takes this onside, and then he walks right in front of it. But we do see the recovery.
Just about managed to get it, but that
don't get it.
Worst time to walk across the camera.
That was the ball boy, by the way.
He should be flagged.
I want to kick him. I'm going to trip him up next time he walks by.
Just chuck an egg at his face.
He's been doing a good job.
Let it crack on his nose.
I mean, that's the last thing Portsmouth need. Nottingham Trent needed here.
I think right now they're using this to just march their way down the field and just get the running clock going. We're still in the third quarter and they want it to be over and done quickly. Look at the rain.
Beautifully executed. Like, he spun around from, looked like he was going to go and set up for the kick. Spins around and kicks it. Catches NTU off guard. And Portsmouth deserve this ball.
And this one's finally caught by Max Glasser after how many attempts? Manages to get that down into the red zone in one play.
There's a flag, and it looks like it's going to be against NTU here for unsportsmanlike.
It just looks to me. I'm going to see what happens after the game. But seems to be maybe a little bit of pushing and shoving at the end of the play, but nothing too
delay
significant.
Of game. Yeah, oh my God. So 21 delay of game. So it is the ball carrier's responsibility to ensure that the ball gets back to the referee. And the referee was calling for him, and he didn't get it, so he threw the flag. Because the referee at the time was surrounded by NTU players, I assumed it was an unsportsmanlike conduct. You know, one of them had run their mouth, he heard something he didn't like and he'd thrown the ball. Actually, it's gone against Portsmouth. It's still 1st and 10, so it hasn't impacted that. It just means the ball starts 5 yards back from where it was.
Some more flags here.
Yeah, I don't know which way this one's going. Let's see. Is it offside or a false start?
It looks to me like Portsmouth here are mastering the act of dookie housery at this moment, because
Doogie housery.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to fully swear on. I mean, I could, but I mean, you know,
Oh,
some people get upset when you say swear words
Yeah.
on this channel. So let me let me change.
Yeah.
the
No, I
words.
appreciate it. I didn't understand the reference to Doogie Howser.
Dookie housery.
Anyway,
Doo-doo housery.
That makes more sense. Anyway, 1st and 5 now for Portsmouth. So they get those 5 yards, give him back to them. First down, he runs straight
past
through.
the guy and runs straight into Abiola, and just gets turned around like a washing machine.
Just got jacked up in the air, didn't he? But he kept hold of him. It wasn't like a.
It wasn't quite a spear.
He didn't decleat him, so to speak.
Just kind of took him off the ground and gently stopped
Look at
his
that,
run.
just slicing through that defence.
Boing.
So end of quarter, ball's going to go down the other end.
Oh, this is going to be a difficult watch.
I'm booing because I like it when the ball's right in front of us.
Yeah. Nicer production when the ball's in front of us.
Yeah.
The ball's probably not going to come to this side. Because if Portsmouth score, that's the game essentially. I mean, it's already game, but...
Yeah, I think it's the game already. But yeah, what we are likely to see if Portsmouth score... Not likely to see. What we will see is the game go into, like I said earlier, the running clock, mercy rule, and them to make it'd be very short work of this 4th quarter. If Portsmouth were to score here, and I'd say on balance they're very likely to score, aren't they? Let's face it.
The only potential of scoring and not going to running clock is if NTU somehow get a pick 6 first and then kick the ball back to Portsmouth and they score, which we can
to
rest
start the
assured
running
it's
clock. You need to have 35-point lead. But if you do get that lead down to 20 points, then it stops the running clock. Did you know?
Oh, is it 20? I thought it was just if it goes under 35 again.
No, you have to get 2 scores.
Well, that's a bit stupid, because it's if they're going to come back and bring it down to 20, then there shouldn't have been a running clock anyway, because now the running clock has just stopped them from being able to.
Hey,
that's comfortable.
Hey, you're preaching to the converted, mate. I hate that rule. I hate the stupidest rule.
Yeah. I'm not a fan personally.
It kills me. Anyway,
just keep the clock going and let both teams rep their non-starters in. People want experience, people want to play.
So it is 1st and down from around the 12-yard line, would you say, Crumbs? About that.
Yeah, around about the 12-yard line. Now, I predict another run, given the way the game's going and given how strong the runs have been. And it is another run. A banner up the middle, skips past another guy, and it's Abiola again who makes the tackle, the touchdown saving tackle from about the 2-yard line.
Great yards there. And another thing that we didn't talk about factoring with this rain, which is getting heavier, is the players are slipperier. You know, you need to be a lot more sure when you're grabbing older people and wrapping them, because yeah, they can slip out of your grip. But,
I remember being new to the sport, first playing. The first few years we played, had the baggiest jerseys in the world, and it was so easy to tackle, and they were so easy to grab onto, and even when they were wet, they won't get slippery, so they just get heavier, and it's really telling when you play against another team with nice, slick jerseys.
Yeah, tight.
Tight jerseys
yeah.
they get wet, or they get slippery when they get wet, and you can't tackle them. And
yeah, the water slides off them.
as this ball is a reverse, who's
Kwame didn't switch the cameras quick enough.
I didn't quite.
Sorry,
see.
everyone.
My bad. Sorry, guys.
Blame Kwame.
That was Ben Stewart with the reverse.
I'll leave it to you. You switch him over.
Now you tell me.
Hey, I told you pre-game. You got the yellow box. See, we got any comments? 77 is very keen.
From the false start earlier.
Yeah.
Oh. Let me just not repeat that comment. Let me just not repeat. Anyways, a banner up the middle and into the end zone for another touchdown.
And that
will be
running clock time.
39 so far.
Just a really nice run there.
Absolute daylight.
Yeah. And they're going for the 1 point. I hope this rain stops when we have to pack everything up.
Hope so.
Because the car's a long way away.
This paper's getting absolutely drenched. I can't read the names anymore.
Pull it back.
Good. That was a good extra point.
Yeah, good extra point.
And that makes it 40. Which is not what we predicted at the start of the game. We predicted a much closer game.
Yeah, do you know what I did expect? I mean, it's always very hard to call, particularly first round of playoffs, because you in this level you've got two teams that wouldn't have found each other, played against each other in the regular season, right? So, people talk about mercy rule. Mercy rule only from the fourth quarter. No, it's not. Mercy rule is only from the third quarter. Mercy rule is definitely from the third quarter. So if you can run up the score in the first half, so you could be like 60-0, and you still won't get running clock, but it will start from the third quarter. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would have thought the game would be a lot tighter. To be honest, I would have thought, after the first two scores from Portsmouth, I did think that Nottingham would wake up.
Well, they scored twice quickly. Yeah, exactly.
Very two quick scores. And the thing is, none of these scores happened until that muffed punt. So it does beg the question: did the punt really knock NTU's morale that much?
I don't think it should have done. If it did another little, not really an onside, like a second level kick.
It's almost like they're giving the opportunity for Trent to say, here you go, here's a kick along the floor.
Nice short field.
Show us what you got.
I don't know.
Give us something. Give our defense something to work with so that we can be prepared.
He's had P Diddy's saying he's had cocktails. That's why he didn't know about third or fourth quarter.
Oh my goodness! What other tells have you had? I don't think he had just a tail.
So, 1st and 10, the sticks still. I think the guys doing the sticks and the box on the side are giving up as well.
Yeah, I think they're
taking ages.
There's a genuine consensus that we know that everyone's sort of just going through the motions at this point as Prince Crab in the backfield gains a couple of yards on first down and brings up 2nd and 8.
It's a bit more than a couple.
It's a general giving up.
Oh, 2nd and 6,
maybe
I'd say.
3 yards?
Yeah. Maybe a 4. Maybe 3.
What, 3, yeah. Be a 2nd and 7.
I would love to see NTU score.
Just once.
Yeah.
you know, show us that you still have something.
Nice pass across the middle.
Nice pass.
And almost broken up really nicely by that man, and we called his name and his number out so many times today, Charlie Mossop.
Charlie Mossop there, making the tackle.
So good
Catch
today.
made by Selassie Sosu. He was a wide receiver last year for the Nottingham Caesars, and he's currently in the squad for GB, so he's got some talent on him. You know, it'll be interesting to see that he hasn't had much success today. He's had a few targets and a couple of receptions, but it seemed to, Portsmouth DB seemed to have his number today, and maybe not that time as he made the catch, but third and short, let's see if he can do something else, or if Nottingham Trent has any other ideas. Or they have another quarterback in, that's Sam Dixon currently. Hands off to Morris.
He's got some blockers in front of him.
Searching for an opening, and I don't think he's going to find one, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Maybe a loss of yards.
And we're certainly in, you know, 4 down territory and situation here, aren't we? You know, you're 40 points down.
They're not in a position where they can be, I mean, the game is done. You want to get some points on the board and try and score.
Flag again. Be interesting to see what this one is. It was right at the end of the play. Refs are having a chat about it. I wonder if it's a hold. Just wait here to see what Ollie Maskell's got to say. So it does look like it's going to be an NTU penalty because of the conversation with the Portsmouth coaches, but let's just see. Oh, it was actually on number 4, Mossap, who's now been disqualified.
He's been disqualified. I did not see what happened there.
Strike. Looked like it was for a strike. 15 yards, so NTU getting an automatic first down, fresh set of downs, should I say, and moving the ball. What yard line? It's about the 30-yard line.
Around about the 30. All the markers have been knocked down, but that is around about 30.
Do you know what? Mossop was my shout for MVP. He still might be, but just got ejected from the game.
If he's done for the game, does that mean he's suspended for half next week as well?
I think so. I'm not sure. We'll have to check it, but
Morris again has nowhere to go and is swallowed by number 50.
I know from my experience. But this is at senior ball level, right? So it's not for university. The rules may be different, but I just want to tell you what I know. A player that gets ejected from a game has to then sit out the next game, and you have to actually be at the game. So you have to like serve a penalty serve a ban on the sideline. Yeah, we're in player football here, so. But also it's a minimum of 1 game. So if it's, you know, it could be 2, 3, 4, depending on.
He could be done for the season at this rate.
Yeah, potentially, but hopefully not.
Obviously,
hopefully
potentially
not. Such a good
2
player.
3 games left, but
pitch up here to the outside.
84, new receiver.
Great
here.
tackle,
Jacob Petru. Jacob Petra limping after that play, doesn't really gain any yards. I think he made a loss of yards at that point, actually.
Yeah, he did. He lost 2 or 3. 2. But yeah, shame to have an ejection. But yeah, the ref seemed pretty sure about it.
Yeah, I mean, also, I mean, the timing of the ejection as well is just horrendous. You're 40-0 up. The game is finished.
Mercy,
there's
mercy
absolutely
rule.
no reason to do anything.
Yeah, such a shame.
Is that one? Oh, intended for Tom Tate, but he just had nowhere. He just didn't put his arms out.
What's going on with this?
Just ran down the field and let the ball go past him. Yeah, it's on. It's on.
Sorry, my thumb whacked record, and when it records, it switches it off from stream because it records it on the card on the
Yeah.
camera. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that ball was straight down the middle. I mean, it was
There was no one near
wide
it.
open, and he didn't even put his arms out to
Nah.
catch it.
I think Nottingham are just keen to get back on the road now and get home.
I think you can tell that their heads are just well and truly defeated.
Yeah, I would love to see him score though. Love it. And this will give him 5 yards. It is 4th down, but it looks like this was offside. No, it's a false start. 5 yards going the other way. So 4th down and 17.
Blimey. Now, if they run that same play again,
What?
somebody...
Man across the middle?
Right up the middle. Please just put your hands out to catch the ball. Because it was right in front of you. It was on a plate.
I think you make a good point. I think you see, we saw that play, that situation in the first half even, you would have seen a reception there.
Yeah.
He just was like done with it, you know.
In the first quarter, definitely. By then, afterwards, the game was running away.
Drops back.
Now, Dixon throws on up the middle, intended for Sosu, and it doesn't quite make it out of the reach.
And you've got to say that was the right play. That was the right play to call there.
Yeah.
If it had been a reception, you can just see, well, you'll see by the time of the end of the play, it would have been an instant first down. It's just, you know, because that was first down yardage if he'd have caught it where it was thrown. And
had the yardage.
just didn't work.
There's been a lot of throws that have just gone and hit the ground, hit the dirt. Without
there's been
even a fingertip.
It's miscues, and like I said earlier, I think sometimes the receiver's looking back a bit too soon and therefore isn't getting to the end. You know, the timing's then off of the run. The ball's soaking wet as well, so it could be, it could impact the pass. It's hard to really tell, but anyway, Portsmouth now first down, and they, we should just see. You just see it there at the end. The ball pops out, but the ball was already down. Sorry, I am wiping the lens here. You are seeing that. But yeah, we should just see Portsmouth just running the ball here, running the clock down, trying to, there's no point risking an interception. The clock doesn't stop with an incomplete pass because it's a running clock.
Yeah. The clock is.
And we should see, a lot of runs, and we should see from the defense a lot of trying to punch it out.
It'd be nice if he could run round the back of this thing, but I can, yeah. Now, Alex Mungafeni in the backfield takes his hand off again and has nowhere to go, gets completely flattened. Number 65 and 52 are in there. 65, Robert Vashilchuk. And
Alex is saying the player doesn't need to attend, it's an old folks' tale. I can tell you as a player that has been ejected from a game that I did have to attend. And I got checked with the card check as a player serving a ban. So I don't know if the rules are different between senior ball or they may have changed, but certainly when I got an ejection, I had to serve my ban on the sideline. I know that for a fact.
I've had to serve a ban on the sideline as well, actually.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because of an ejection.
Maybe they changed the rules.
Suspension.
Anyway, 2nd down and 9. 61 tries, jumps offside and then jumps back. Looks like it's an illegal procedure. Let's just see what the referee calls here. Yeah, illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Wrong sport, F1, wrong sport.
Yeah, that's funny. Alex asked the scores from the other Prem. Jerry, if you check out our post, we got a scores update post on Facebook on the Sport Tank page. You'll see a lot of people posting scores there. It's probably the best place to go for score updates.
Now, George Marshall Childs handing off again to Mungafeni, and he struggles his way forwards to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So 2-minute warning.
There goes the
Again,
2-minute
running
warning.
clock. They don't even stop the play for it.
Don't even stop the clock for the 2-minute warning. That's news to me.
Yeah.
So if you call a timeout and it's during the running clock, does the clock still run during the timeout?
No.
Okay.
No, it will stop. So it will stop for first downs when you have to move the sticks, and it will stop for timeouts. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would be embarrassing. You call a timeout with 26 seconds to go.
And
and it just runs out.
You all stood there like, oh, right. That's it, is it?
Motion across the field and back again.
come back. What a
Gets the
play
ball
this
back.
was.
This is Max Glasser who gets
Beautifully
completely
read.
swung down.
Who was that? Number 3 for Nottingham Trent.
Sam Winkett-Thomas.
What a play from him there.
He's had a few plays today. He's had a few plays
Just watch
today.
him here. From the outside linebacker position. He just read this. You see him all the way looking to pick this one up.
That should work. Because of what?
Lack of something.
Lack of visibility? Suspending the game. We're in a running clock. The game's done. We're inside the 2-minute warning. Just call it.
Due to lack of visibility. Is that what he said?
Lack of something, but there's no way he could have said visible. I got you.
So we're in the 2-minute warning on a running clock.
On a running clock.
And it's
the
been
ref has suspended
suspended
the
for.
game. It's not like
He said it at us, but I didn't get it.
inside this 2-minute warning. How many scores would they? 8, 16, 24, 32. 5. It's a 5 possession game. Inside 2 minutes with a running clock, Nottingham Trent Renegades are not going to score 5 touchdowns. I'm so tempted to just run onto the field and ask the refs.
Yeah, go and ask.
I mean, what are they going to
Turn
do?
your mic off. No, they'll be all right. Just go and ask. Turn your mic off. Leave your mic here. Yeah, we'll get a shout of what this game suspension is. There's Kwame. Look at him. Working the room. Look at his. Look at him. He's got shopping bags over his shoes. Right. I wonder if it's a medic. It looks like it might be the medic. Right, okay, that makes a bit of sense. I don't know why the medic's gone, but Kwame's just jogging back now to let us know. Hold on, yeah, I'll give you the mic. There you go, mate.
Right, game back on. Turns out it's because one of the medics had to go and sort out something. There's a football game going across, you know, like the
Behind us,
round
yeah.
football, like
Soccer.
yeah, the one that everyone across the world calls football, apart from Americans. Yeah. So yeah, the medic had to run across to the other field and sort someone out. Had to stabilize someone's neck or something, is what I heard.
Right.
I couldn't quite see the person. I still can't see the person.
But they're back now and
Yeah.
game on.
They're back now. So now we can finish the
Fair
last
enough.
30 seconds of the game. To run a running clock, which is currently running. Are we going to have time to get this one play off?
Yeah, definitely.
42 to 40, Trent 90
Oh,
plus 6.
little shift here from the O-line going. So on the left side, the centre's on the far right player as we look at the O-line. Looks like it's going to be a straight snap. I know it's a punt. That's a strange punt formation.
Wasn't a great punt as well, given
And they dive on it. Ball's at the halfway line.
there was no need to dive on it, really. It was always going to be it wasn't a live ball.
I don't know. I don't understand that. maybe they're just trying something out because it's like,
Or
you know,
maybe
doesn't really matter.
maybe it's just habit.
Well,
Sometimes at uni
but they
ball,
did
it's
the
just-
shift. 3 linemen shifted left side of the
try
line of
and
scrimmage.
confuse them maybe.
Anyway, 1st and 10, ball on the 45-yard line, bang in centre field.
Now, just about enough time maybe.
Sorry about the camera
Kennedy
lens here. I'm going to
incompletion.
wipe it.
Jacob Petruk, the intended receiver, and it was thrown towards the ground. But there may be a chance. There may be an opportunity. Is there an opportunity? No, there isn't an opportunity.
That's it, gang. And congratulations
That is the game.
to the Portsmouth Destroyers, who win the quarter-final of the Premiership playoffs 40-0, defeating and sending home the Nottingham Trent Renegades. So massively one-sided game, not expecting that.
Massively one-sided. From the get-go, from the first drive,
Yeah.
there was a mistake, and I think that just sort of set the tone for the game. You know, the big mistake on the muffed punt from Ben Harrison, and you know, the Portsmouth Destroyers just completely took advantage of that.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns from Nebechi Abana at the start in the first quarter, and it just completely set the tone of the game, because from there they had another couple of Russian touchdowns. I know we had a pick 6 from Charlie Mossop before his ejection. You know, a couple of other big plays from the game. I know obviously on Nottingham Trent, some of their standout performers like Luca Bindi getting the end zone interception and making another few plays as well. But at the end of the day, the Portsmouth Destroyers were just far too strong for the Nottingham Trent Renegades. They had the momentum on their side the whole game. They had the energy. They have probably the biggest squad, maybe. And they were just too much in the end. They were just too much for the Nottingham Trent Renegades. But fair play to them. They came out down to the South Coast and fought tooth and nail, fought with everything they had. In the end, it just wasn't enough.
No.
By about 40 points.
It bodes well for Portsmouth, you know, going into, they're contenders, certainly in this Premier League level to go up and play that all-important promotion game against, who is it that's coming down?
Birmingham.
Leeds Beckett from National Prem.
Birmingham gone down to the other.
So yeah, but anyway, yeah, we'll bring you guys more action as we can. We can't. We're not out. Well, we won't be doing the finals. Those are always done by BUCS themselves on Big Wednesday. So we'll go up all the way to the semi-finals, which is we're looking forward to it. And we will be able to do the Div 2 finals because they are not part of Big Wednesday. So just to give you an idea. But yeah, well done to both teams. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll